Today I want to warn you guys about a potential investing opportunity that you cannot miss, a global commodities boom. Let's check it out. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another investing video, and today we are talking about commodities, and in fact we are talking about a potential opportunity for you as an investor that could be genuinely life-changing when it comes to picking your stocks, a global commodities boom. But before we get into that, guys, please remember to give this video a thumbs up as it helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more investing, stock market, cryptocurrency and wealth management content. I'd also love to know your thoughts down in the comment section below after the video on whether you think we're about to hit a global commodities boom, and if so, are you ready for it? So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. If you're not new to the channel, you'd know I love talking about gold and the potential of gold in the future. I've got plenty of videos on it, so please check it out. But gold is not the only commodity that I'm focused on. In fact, there are so many commodities which are about to go crazy, and actually have been over the past few months if you've been keeping your eye out. And this is driven due to many different factors. Due to COVID's lack of resourcing, due to booms in things such as battery technology, and just the general insanity that is the world at the moment and the global economy. We are going through a transformational period, and it's seen in commodity prices. We are seeing such a big reduction in supply but an increase in demand, which is driving the cost of materials up, and as a result the price of commodities. This for you could be a potential investing opportunity, and I highly recommend at least looking into it before you buy your next stock, because there are potentially big gains to be made if you pick the right ones. So let's jump into the computer and have a look at a few of the commodity prices, and the commodities in particular that are booming or are about to boom. Welcome into Trading Economics, a free website which shows you the up-to-date live commodity prices. I highly recommend you check this out for everything commodities related. I've got no affiliation to the website, but for me it is just an extremely valuable resource. And as you can see, it lists all these different commodities here, and the beauty of it is it shows the changes not only from a daily perspective but also on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. So effectively you get to see a very large proportion of data, and fortunately enough for us, we can see the big changes are marked in green cells if they're going up and red cells if they're going down. So let's just have a quick skim through here. As you can see, the key ones that I like to focus on are the top, which is the metals gold. I've been talking about this for a while, and as you can see, doesn't look like too much is going on here, but looks are deceiving. So I've got gold already open, so let's check that one out. This is the yearly chart, and as you can see in September, that's not September, sorry, that's August, we peaked for the gold price per ounce in US dollars, and we have been in a downtrend since. But what you can see now is we hit that double bottom as I've discussed in my other videos, and we're on the way up. And I've predicted that gold is going to be something that is potentially booming. As you can see on the 5-year chart, it is a long-term point of view. But I've spoken about gold enough, guys. Go check my other videos out for in-depth analysis on gold itself. Instead, let's check out a few other commodities which are following in its tracks or booming even more. Let's move on to silver. And silver's one that tends to typically follow the gold market, but as you can see over the past year, it's not gone down like gold has. In fact, it's stayed relatively stable. If we go to a 5-year point of view, we can see we had an absolutely insane spike. And the pattern that's being formed here is known as a flag pattern. And given the fact that we've effectively had this point of which there has not been a downtrend, the trend was broken right there, we have now seen the bottom and we're going up. So this is a bullish flag pattern, indicating that silver, from a technical perspective is going to go up. You would have seen as well, there's lots of talk in the media and social media in particular about a silver squeeze, and so many people, institutions and governments aren't buying silver because it is one of the next potential big boomers in the commodity market. Now let's look at something a bit more mainstream. Copper. Oh yeah, if you're Australian, you know the copper market is big, along with other markets we're going to look at such as iron ore. And you can see that over the space of a year, we have gone from just down here at $2.10 roughly, all the way up now to $4.80 a pound. And this is in US dollars, guys. Let's just have a look at a 5-year outlook instead. It has gone crazy. And in my opinion, this is off the back of the absolute demand for these materials when it comes to batteries. We've seen that there is an insane amount of EVs getting put out. Not only that, but batteries in general as countries and companies try to go green. So as a result, we're seeing a huge increase in the copper price. And in fact, we've actually hit all-time highs. You can see the previous peaks over here in the copper price. That is extremely bullish, and it's going to keep going because demand is absolutely surging and it's not going to stop anytime soon. It's going to keep increasing. So copper, that is a market you need to look out for. Look for copper mines or emerging copper mines such as explorers which are looking to become producers, because this ain't just a short-term increase. The demand, as I said, is going to be there and increase for a number of years. So let's look at lithium. Actually, I'm going to move this one here. This is one, as you know, went down quite a while back from this massive dip here, but once again this same period of time we've seen an increase in the lithium price, and I think it's going to keep going as well, purely due to the fact that we are seeing that batteries boom. Keep that in the back of your head. The EV boom, the clean energy boom, it's driven by safe battery technology. And when I say safe, I mean safe for the environment. So you don't want your fossil fuels and that sort of stuff. You want to be using electricity instead of fuel. So what do you need for lithium batteries? Well, it's quite obvious, guys. Lithium, you need it. Keep an eye on lithium. Let's check out iron ore. Iron ore also booming. I know in Perth particularly, but across Australia, we're going through an infrastructure boom at the moment throughout COVID, and we can see that the price of iron ore is now absolutely skyrocketing. Once again, guys, get in those miners, get in those explorers, check them out. They are very good opportunities, not just in the short term, but in the long term as well. We can see it's exceeded those highs once again, similar to copper. Demand is there and it's going to be there to stay. This also includes stuff like steel, you know. So keep in mind you need iron ore in order to make steel. So the steel price increases and the demand for steel increases, so does iron ore. Let's check out nickel, and this is another one that has been growing, went through a bit of a dip when I suppose the start of this year, but it has started to recover once again. It is bouncing once again. Let's go 10-year outlook. It's come down from a dip and now we're starting to go back up. And this is something we're seeing across the board, an increase in global commodities. And nickel, for instance, has a fair way to go when we look at the 25-year chart. It used to be high in demand, but now it's coming out and you can see that it is a progressive uptrend. Even if you bought in at this peak here, you're still up now. So that's probably the main thing to consider here. But don't look necessarily at the actual commodities themselves to purchase unless it's something such as gold or silver. Look at the companies which are producing it, which are selling it, and all these sort of things. One interesting one right here, lumber. I'm sure you've seen this on the news, particularly if you're in the US or Canada. Lumber has gone crazy. And this is something which is quite insane to me. It's quite bizarre. The price of lumber, it's probably been one of the best performing commodities over the past year, which is just baffling to think about. But the price of lumber has gone crazy. These are the sort of things we're talking about. We are on the cusp, or I'd say actually probably already in the start of a global commodities boom, and it's not going to let up anytime soon. Specifically when we're looking at energy as well. Obviously, yes, we had that huge dip in oil, but now we're seeing a slow recovery once again. Obviously, as I said, you're probably going to see better gains out of things such as lithium or anything battery related such as copper, but you can see there is a steady increase here. After that dip we had, oh yeah, that was huge and we went negative, but it has climbed since and it's gotten back past the point that it was when it was dipped there. Obviously, oil's been much higher in the past, but it's recovering finally. And oil, yes, while it might not be required down the track, there is still going to be a large amount of demand, at least for the next few decades, because the world effectively runs on oil, and if we run out of oil, then we're stuffed. So keep that in the back of your mind, guys. This is a huge commodities boom. I highly encourage you to take advantage of it. Take a look, just go through all the various things, look at what the world needs right now and where they're moving forward to. Clean technology. What do you need for clean technology to function? You need battery metals. So once again, you know, you got your cobalts, you got your zincs, you got your lithiums, you got your coppers, all these sorts of things are going up. And here's the steel price actually, as I mentioned this before. Let's have a look at that. It's going crazy. As a result, the iron ore price is obviously going to follow it. This is huge. This is an infrastructure boom that is currently going on globally in order to get the economy back on track. Do not miss out, guys. Make sure you look into commodities, look into the producers, the miners, the manufacturers. They're the ones who are going to be controlling the prices going forward due to global demand. I really hope you can fathom the potential of what I'm talking about here with regards to a global commodities boom. This could be one of the biggest booms that we've ever seen in history, and the best place to get set is right now and get in early before prices continue to increase, before the stocks which are following those values increase as well. Get in early. The demand is there, the demand is here to stay, and it's going to only increase. And keep in the back of your mind, there is only a finite supply of various materials around the world. If you don't have mines coming online in the near future, let's say just for instance for rare earths, then effectively the price of rare earths is going to go up as supply decreases when older mines start closing down and there is no other supply to take its place. What's going to happen? Demand's going to increase as a result of a lack of supply, and prices will go up. It's basic economics, supply and demand. Check it out. Make sure you get set before you miss out. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comment section below on whether you think we're about to go through an absolutely insane commodities boom, and if so, are you set? Do you hold commodities or stocks themselves which are producing or manufacturing those commodities which you believe are going to go up? If you did enjoy today's video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. It helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more investing, stock market, wealth management and cryptocurrency content. And with that, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.